Flipping items for a profit on the Steam market is surprisingly easy. There's tons of cases, items, skins, whatever, you name it, that all have potential to be flipped for a really significant profit in just like a week's time. If all that investing in virtual stuff ain't for you, but you still want to make some money, today I'm going to cover the fastest way to make money on Steam. Also with literally any budget, like you could do this with $1. So as always, if you guys do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And just before we get into it, check out how to get a free $5 trading your CSGO skins with the sponsor SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a CSGO trading site where you can find great prices to trade your skins at. And just to prove it, here's me trading my USPS monster mashup for a StatTrak AK cartel, and it's practically a break-even trade. You could even make some money, and here's how. SkinsMonkey is offering up to a $5 bonus if you sign up through that link in the description today, or just enter code SUKA in the top right when you log into the site. So be sure to sign up today with that link and easily trade out your old boring skins for new ones without losing tons of money. But for now, let's get right into the video. So to put it simply, this method is going to allow you to abuse market volatility. Specifically in this video, I'm going to look at CSGO cases since they've had a really volatile past month, and it's allowed for an incredible profit potential. Like literally in a week, you could make like 30% returns with plenty of money invested in and practically no risk. I'm going to start by looking at the price of the CS20 case since it's one of the cheapest options out there that's great for doing this, since it's been an incredibly volatile case as well recently and can of course fit any budget. The thing is 20 cents. Now the CS20 case throughout the middle of June up to the last like 2 to 3 days of June was hovering around this 14 to 15 cent price range before recently getting out of that range and breaking up to 20-cent highs. And doesn't look like we've necessarily hit a top yet. We've definitely got to wait a few more days and see if we could determine where the actual top is, but probably won't be above like 22 cents as that's the highest the CS20 case has hit recently. But the most important thing is that we can very obviously tell that these things were oversold like a couple of weeks ago. The first reason we could tell that is because, as I said earlier, and by earlier I mean it many videos ago, I thought we were going to see a dip across the entire market when the Steam summer sale started that would extend throughout the entire sale. Now this was almost somewhat correct. The dip was definitely more than I anticipated percentage wise. It also started before the Steam summer sale did and ended as we got towards the end of the sale, and then things started recovering, but I mean I had the right idea somewhat. It's impossible to predict perfectly, but either way, enough gloating. Let's say you bought these cases at this 14-cent point. Noticing that when you zoom out on the Steam charts that whenever we see a correction like this, that this time around it seemed to be correlated to an event, which was of course the Steam summer sale that was happening, and you bought because of that. You noticed there was a big dip, and even though you might not have timed it perfectly, these cases were at the 14-cent price point for a while. You could have placed a buy order, whatever it may be. And then let's say you sell at the 20-cent price point right now that they're at. Plenty of them, in fact thousands of them selling at this 20-cent price point in the past few days, and there were spikes throughout time that they hit 20 cents as well. Now this might not seem like a lot, you only went from 14 to 20 cents, and there's going to be Steam tax and all that, but once you crunch the numbers, for example, let's say you bought 500 cases at 14 cents, it would cost you 70 bucks, sell at 20 cents, you would get 18 cents per case after all the fees. You would get 90 bucks, and that's after Steam tax and all the fees. That's $20 profit, and it's a completely realistic amount to sell at this price point. You could have literally made this flip in 3 days time, as there were spikes up to 20 cents 3 days after the thousands of cases were sold at the 14-cent mark. So it's completely realistic, and with case volatility, it is a great way to profit with, once again, literally any budget. Could do it with $1, could do it with $100, could do it with 1,000 technically, but it would take you longer to sell the cases. Even then, you get the point. Now, there's going to be certain times where just buying cheap and holding throughout a good period in the market is going to make you much more money. And honestly, in a market like the CSGO one, where things are pretty much up only long term anyway, I'm a big fan of just holding and forgetting about my investments until I sell one day down the road. But you can absolutely use this method, and it's most useful when there's an event like a major or an operation comes out and people are happy to sell these cases for dirt cheap, to buy the viewer pass, to buy the operation pass. It literally always happens. Go back and look at the trends, and even then it should absolutely be something you look out for. It is an easy and efficient way to make money. Specifically, I think it's best with these cheaper cases that can easily be moved around by pennies, since the case market is pretty volatile and there's people happy to sell for 1 cent less because, I mean, it'll sell right away compared to, let's say you could sell at 14 cents. There's no buy orders at 14 cents, but with these cheap cases, you'll often find a buy order just 1 cent below that, and 1 cent can make the difference. Oftentimes it's like 10% or whatever it would be, like 8% or something. That's a big difference for a buy order. And then just selling one of these cases for an extra few cents turns out to be like an extra 30%. So it can really make you some great money, even though these cases seem dirt cheap. If you buy in bulk, if you're using up that spare money you got, you could very easily turn that spare money into a decent chunk of cash. Now, in times like this where we don't exactly know if an operation is coming within the next few weeks, and it could be after the major in a couple months or not with the 10-year anniversary update in August, buy orders are going to be your best friend. I recommend just zooming out on the Steam charts, looking at the low levels cases have hit in the past few months and placing them around there. Cases never seem to stay down in price too long in this market, but really the vast majority of times you'll be able to abuse this is around majors, operations, Steam sales, stuff of that sorts, where people are going to be inclined to sell their items for a much cheaper price because there is something else on sale, like games, there's stuff in CSGO items, something like that. You get the point. So overall, next time, don't be caught lacking, make some easy flips, write this down, put it in your notes, and just store it away till next time where there's a great opportunity, unless you can find a way to do this now and get kind of lucky with your buy orders or just pay attention to the charts. But besides all that, I think that is going to wrap it up for this video. So as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and of course, check out Skins Monkey for that free $5 bonus as well. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.